Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got the mighty Gator Unleashed here coming at you. We're on a Monday evening, October the 11th, 2022. Oh, we've about got another year gone by here, guys, already. Goes by fast. Um, got a lot of new subscribers. I want to thank all you guys. I enjoy doing these videos. I keep getting banned by YouTube. I'm trying to work on that. A weird situation we're in the world today, in the country and the world, but we just have to do the best we can on all that stuff. I got a really interesting video for you today, guys, or maybe if you're new to the world of firearms, this will probably be a little better video. You guys have done a lot of shooting and this, that, and the other. This is nothing new to you guys at all, I don't think. But I've been shooting two guns a lot recently, to the point that I put them both in a carry bag, and I've been taking them to the indoor range. I've been doing a lot of shooting with these two pistols, and I've really noticed there's a lot of similarities between them and how they feel and how they shoot. And I'll go ahead and get this started, I guess. I've got two pistols. The first is, this is going to be Glock 48 versus Taurus G3C. Now, a few short years ago, if you're talking about a Glock versus a Taurus, 90% of experienced gun owners, or more probably, would just be, okay, no contest. We're going to take that Glock every time. Taurus has got some really good little firearms right now. I've watched the videos where they put 8,000 and 10,000 rounds through these firearms, and they're still performing fine. Very few of you watching these videos will ever put 8,000 rounds through a pistol. That's a lot of rounds, guys. Just the average man or woman that's decided to pick out and carry a weapon for personal protection, you're just not going to put 8,000 rounds through that gun, I don't believe. Now, you may get into it and just really love it, but you'd have to really do a lot of shooting for several years to get to the 8,000 round count mark. So here's the Glock 48, and I have featured this on my channel. I have also featured the Taurus G3C on my channel. Both of these firearms today are unloaded, just for the purpose of safety. We certainly want to practice safety. It's very important. It's as a matter of fact, it's the most important thing. I just unloaded the Glock 48 because I've been carrying it, actually. I do want to touch on what I always touch on: over penetration. These rounds, they work through this Glock just fine. They also work through the Taurus G3C just fine. Those are a pretty good round with a good working hollow point, because the last thing we want in a carry weapon is something that's going to over penetrate. For some reason, it's just human nature for everybody to want the most powerful, fastest bullet, this, that, and other. That's really not smart. You don't need the bullet to go through the bad guy. If heaven forbid somebody attacks you and your family, or you find yourself in a situation where you have to start throwing lead, you do not want your bullet to go through the intended target and hit some. You could kill anybody. You could hit a little kid and kill it. You could hit an old woman and kill it. If you hit a young, healthy man or an old man, it wouldn't matter who it was. If you hit somebody and kill them because of over penetration, because for some reason you wanted to have the biggest, baddest, most powerful round in your personal protection weapon, then that's just going to really mess you up for the rest of your life if there's anything to you. So I always try to touch on over penetration, but and I'm at 4 minutes already and a half, 4.5 minutes. I want to keep this 10 minutes at the most. Glock 48, guys, this is a single stack Glock 19 basically. If it fits my hand, fantastic. The single stack is the main reason for that. I have short fingers, so that's something that's always interested to me. If either one of these guns fits your hand, the other one's going to. the Taurus G3C will fit a hair better. Um, if you're new to firearms, the firearm has to fit your hand. If it doesn't fit your hand, it's no good to you. If it's not comfortable in your hand, it's not good to you. It's not going to work for you. I don't care how much you like it. I don't care if all your friends has that weapon and they all love it. If you're like me and got short fingers or shorter fingers, and the firearm that all your friends have, if you can't manipulate that trigger with ease and work the safety if it has one, this, that, and other, that firearm's not going to work for you guys. You're going to be selling it for a loss and buying another firearm once you figure out you've messed up. And that's just the truth, guys. Here's the Taurus G3C. Taurus G3C comes with 3 12-round mags. You can pick these up for about $350. I've shot this. I've shot the G2s and the Millennium. What was they called? The Millennium G2. Let's see, the Millennium Pro at first. They're just really got a really good pistol here, guys. They've got a really good pistol here. I say $350. I bought this for $259 plus tax. I caught them on sale last year, and you can still find these on sale just for a very, very, very reasonable price. The Taurus D3C, it has an external safety. If you're a new firearm owner, you may not feel comfortable carrying a weapon without an external safety. This Glock, it does not have that. The Glock 48 does not have an external safety. Now, they have built-in safeties. They have drop safeties. I think, if I'm not mistaken, these have like 3 internal safeties. They call this on this trigger a safety. You can't pull your trigger if you don't hit this part. And that does help in preventing an accidental discharge. This comes with 2 10-round mags. These, $500, about as cheap as you're going to find one. Probably a hair more than that. So, Glock 48, it's going to be $500 minimum. You're going to have to pay $500 for one of these. I'm talking about new pistols now. You're going to have to pay $500 for this. It's going to work perfect. You're not going to have any problems with it. Of course, if you're a brand new shooter, you can't limp wrist any of these semi-automatic pistols. They're subject to jam if you do that. I don't think anybody would have a problem with either of these once you just learn some very basic firearm techniques. And there's millions of YouTube channels that you can find and watch people shooting firearms, and you just have to be. You can't let the firearm do this when you shoot it. You can't just be. You got to have a good firm grip, whatever it is. Neither of these guns are going to have problems working. These are just both. From my experience and from all the videos I've watched, both of these work fantastic. That's not going to be an issue. What you've got to decide is, which one do you want? As you can see, the G3, they're just made a little different. The G3 is a little smaller. It's got a shorter barrel. $500, comes with 2 10-round mags. Does not have an external safety. It's going to fire every time you pull the trigger. Taurus G3C comes with 3 12-round mags. You've got a little more firepower here. If the 48 fits your hand, this is going to fit your hand. You have an external safety. With my little hands, I can work this just fine. This is going to fire every time you pull the trigger. When you get a Taurus, some of the difference that you're going to see in the performance of them is the attention to detail. Perhaps you would say quality control. When I bought this, the front sight was loose. Knowing what I know now, if I bought another Taurus, I would check that sight and just to look over a few little things. This sight was loose and it flew off. Taurus sent me a new sight. I put it on some Loctite. It's not budged. It's not had a bit of problem. Very accurate. Very accurate. I personally like the trigger a hair better on this. It's not a deal breaker either way. If your budget is $350 and they both fit your hand, that's going to solve it for you. If you want an external safety, that's going to solve it for you. I don't think, to my knowledge, you cannot get a Glock with an external safety. And a lot of people don't like an external safety. And again, that's totally on you. That's totally your personal preference. Nobody can tell you what you need to buy. Nobody can tell you what you're going to feel comfortable having laying around. Um, it's just the most responsible. Owning a firearm, it requires more responsibility than anything basically that you're going to do. So, you know, I use the term laying around here. You always got to know where your firearm is. It's my advice to keep it on you. Um, if not, at home, whatever, keep it very close by. If you can't keep it on you, um, you can't just go off and leave it if there's kids around, this, that, and other. You know, you've got to think about what you're doing, guys. The right to bear arms is an amazing right. I mean, it's just amazing. It's great. Um, if we didn't have that right, gangs and things of that nature would dominate our entire society would be dominated by gangs and just violent people if we didn't have the right to bear arms. That's just simple logic. I mean, there's nothing to it. Here's two outstanding choices, guys. Two outstanding choices. Head-up competition. Either one of these, you're going to be able to take them and be extremely accurate if you want to start going to the range and working really at that. Either one of these, you're going to be able to get a holster that works for you. Holster is a big deal, guys. Don't just get any holster. Put some thought and research into your holster. You've got comfort versus function. Usually, in my experience, a holster that is extremely comfortable is a little bit more difficult to get the firearm out of, so you're going to be a little slower if you run into a situation and need it quick. And a holster that's made for a quick draw and fire is usually a little more uncomfortable to carry. Regardless, you have to have it with you or it can't help you. It ain't going to do you no good. If somebody's into something, they're not going to wait for you to go get your gun and arm yourself. Arm yourself. Learn how to use your firearm. Be ready. Can't go wrong with either one of these guys. This is just a video over the most simple things pertaining to owning a firearm and trying to choose between these two. I'm not going to show video of these at the range in a comparison mode because, as I said, whoever you are watching this, you can take either one of these. Either one of these, you can take them and really get outstandingly good with them at the range. So that's not going to be a deal breaker because either one of them is going to perform. They both will be totally adequate as far as accuracy and function. It's all about which one you feel better with in your hand. And the Taurus actually has a few more features. The sights, the Glock has better sights, I guess, without a doubt. Everybody that you talk to, first thing they talk about when they get a Glock is getting rid of these and going and getting a set of sights, set of night sights or whatever. That is not the type of thing I do, but I'm trying to get this for you. But as you can see, clearly the Glock has better sights. I like the white outline on the back of the Glock, the rear sight. This Glock, it's really easy to get on target quick. Of course, it sort of is with this too. Again, the sights is not going to be a deal breaker. Either one of these, you can replace the sights. Your budget is pertinent to everything you do. If you just got an unlimited budget, then you may want to go right on up the ladder. You can just go and get any kind of firearm you want. But most of us fall into the same category that people like me are in. When I buy a firearm, it's a really major purchase. I don't get to buy anything else for a long time, and my wife is a little bit mad for a few days. So when I purchase a firearm, I try to get something that's going to fit me and work, and certainly you want a reliable, but that's all. The reliability on these is neutral. Both of them are outstanding. Both of these are outstanding. I can't think of anything else to bring you guys to try to help you with this. For me, Glock 48 versus Taurus G3C, which one would be the winner? It's almost impossible to decide. If they came in here and said you can only have one, I would probably stick with the Glock. The finish on these Glocks is a little better. Quality control is a little better. I would go with the Glock. Now, if I was in a situation where they came in here and they said, all right, we're taking your Glock and we're only going to let you have the Taurus D3C, that's what you got to use from now on to protect you and yours, My feelings wouldn't be hurt a bit. This is an outstanding firearm. It's an outstanding firearm. I believe it would work and function fine for the rest of my life. And I think I can take it in and give it to one of my children, and they can make it last for their life. So I really can't pick a winner. If I could only have one, I would probably keep the Glock 48. For the extra $150, I think you get a little better quality control, as I touched on. It's probably a little better pistol. If you're the type of guy that does a lot of trading and stuff, the Glock will trade better always. But it's a toss-up, guys. It's a toss-up. If you're into features, the Taurus is really going to, if you just the external safety. If you feel like you need an external safety, nothing that nobody else says matters. You have to get what you're comfortable with. So get the one. Get you a pistol with an external safety. Maybe not the Taurus G3C. There's all kinds. You may get a Ruger or something. I'm just saying, don't let other people tell you what to buy. You can watch the videos of things, and you can watch shooting videos if you want to get a confidence in a firearm's reliability and things of that nature. Most of the firearms that's being produced today are all going to be very good. I mean, there are some that's a little sluggish and a little more at risk of having failure to feed or failure to eject. But there's a really good market out there. But guys, I'm at 16 minutes. I've done it way over. Thank all of y'all for watching. I hope you guys got something out of this. Comment which one you like, guys. I love hearing from all of you. Anything that you can comment to and bring to the channel, bring to my attention. Anything that you want me to review, I'll see if I can get one and do a review on it. Working on the range somewhat. Today I've been working on plumbing though. It's really hard to find time, but it's getting to the time of year where I can do some outdoor work much more comfortably. So hopefully I'm gonna get my range lined out. But guys, I hope y'all have a great evening and have a great week. We've got Halloween coming up. Everybody have a good spooky month. I like Halloween for some reason. I always have. Keep my mask on year round, as you probably noticed. You guys take out. Catch you on the next video.